Okay, are we live? No drop frames. YouTube says I'm live, which is a good thing. Let's see. This one hard drive I'm trying to do a data recovery on does not work, and it's not good. It keeps failing, which is not good. And guess the brand. Of course, it's a Seagate. So that's gonna do its thing. It's gonna open up, and yeah, that sucks because I may not even do it. Okay, so we have a Dell, and what this Dell does, I'll show you guys what this Dell does. So we hit the power button. So we're gonna hit the power button. They never sent the charger, so I have no idea I have no idea how long much charge is in it, but the light will come on, or not. Yeah, the light will come on, and it shuts off. Light comes on, shuts off. The fan turns a little quarter spin. So let's see. Yeah, so a quarter fan spins, which is, so I'm going to show you guys right here because I can't fit this under the microscope view. So here's our fans. Hit the power button. Sometimes a quarter fins, sometimes a quarter fan spins. But, okay. Obsolete Professor, did you get your MacBook yet? I've been wondering. And how is your MacBook doing? So we have to take this apart, and that means that I have to attempt to take apart a laptop that I've never had any experience with. So that should be interesting, as always. So I'm going to start by taking the screws out of the laptop, as always. You can't take apart a laptop that has screws in it. Coming today, I wasn't home. I'm glad to hear. Hopefully it works out good for you. This is not a MacBook. This is a Dell. Check BIOS. Thank you for the $2. We will check BIOS. But first, we need to check other stuff on the board. What model is it? I don't know. Let me. I emailed Amtech as well, and they're waiting for a response from their technical department. Service tag. Service tag is 8FCFJ22. Brendan is here. Brendan can help me fix this because I have no idea how to fix this. This quarter fan spins, Brendan. You hit the power button. Sometimes the fan spins a little bit and sometimes it doesn't, and it just shuts off. TI charge controller, probably a diode. We'll check around the charge controller. We're gonna check after I figure out how to take this apart. Throw it in the trash there, problem fixed. Yep, it is that does sound right, Arnold. It is a 15-inch gaming. I think a circuit issue, a current sense issue is what I think, and I didn't even take the battery out before doing all this. Oh well. That happens. Okay, so how this is a 75 whatever. Yeah, it is. Is that good or bad? Take the battery out. What bit is that? Is that a T8? Looks like a T8. If you're familiar with these boards, that's good because you could help me with it. The problem with the machine is it turns on and then turns right off. What the heck? Why are people being dumb in the MacBook repair group? And that drive just rest in peace right now. That thing literally just clicked and shut off. No good. Joshua is here. The screw, I just had the screw and it just disappeared again. Oh well. We'll find it. Yeah, I'm curious to see 2Q's tech service. I would like to stay with Amtech if possible. I like Amtech, I really do. So I'm hoping that they can fix the issues there. Battery out. No, there's no shortage on flux. What happened was it just started getting lousy. Brendan, how do you take this apart? Arnold, I'm not convinced it's BIOS yet. I think, honestly, it's what Brendan said. Or current sense issue. I think there's back screw hinge. No screws on the hinges. Let's see. I need Google. So what is this again? Let me scroll up. Disassemble. How I disassemble. Assembly. How can moron disassemble? No, I'm not a moron, I just don't know how to take it apart. Christian, yes, that is 100% right. Anything that says that is usually garbage. Dell says that this can cause me to die if I take it apart. It says, warning indicates potential for property damage, personal injury, or death. So I will die if I take this apart. Removing removing the motherboard. We're removing the system boards. Ah, I see. This is only an i5? Seriously? An i5 in a supposed gaming laptop. That ain't right. What's an i5 gonna do? Sonia's here. Feels like there's another screw. Is there another screw that I'm missing? Coin cell battery under here maybe? Right here. Looks like these two. Feel like there's a screw. There's something holding this in, but I don't know what or where. I feel it, but I don't see it. Out. Charles is here. Right here, there's something. I feel it. Ah, right here. Right in front of my darn face. Right in front of my face. I think you're distorting that. No, I'm not distorting the Dell. Chill. There's these screws. This cap, or whatever this is, comes out. And this is a lousy design. This really is a piece of junk. I will give one thing. N4N ED. What do you mean distort? I mean, I don't understand what you mean by that. But I'm kind of not in the mood for someone to tell me that I'm destroying a laptop I'm working on. So I wouldn't say that today. There we go. Seven, 5, 6, 7, I think. Do you ever get that MacBook working that I don't remember which one. I have my memory. I can barely even remember my own phone number right now as of what I was working as it. I don't know, no idea what I was gonna say, but no, I don't remember which one I was working on the other day. Yeah, because my memory lately, I am not far off to forgetting what PP Best G3 Hot is supposed to be. So Q's Tech Source, which one, which laptop were you talking about? Oh, the long screw damage one? No, not yet. Yep, you're not working on a Mac, it's a PC. Well, no kidding. No kidding. Hmm. There's a screw on top of the system board. But I think that was from me. Hmm. 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 There's something else on the other side holding this in. Let's see. Another screw. So many darn screws. Hmm. Just the fan screws? I have no idea. This board feels like it's being held in by something. Ah, the heatsink. I see. The fan is holding it in. Yeah, you're not gonna find a board view for this thing. It's Skylake. Yeah, no board view. I don't feel like streaming right now. I really don't. Streaming may have been a bad idea. And it still doesn't come out like something is holding the darn board in. What the heck? There we go. Come on. What a lousy design. This just sucks. There's something right here. Let's right here. There we go. And system board is out. This does use a BQ series charge controller, Brendan. So it's let's have a look here. So I think I'm agreeing with Brendan on this. I really think this is a charge controller issue. So let's have a look and see if there's an issue around the charge controller. Let's see. So here's our charge controller right here. I think BQ247. And I don't see any diodes around here. 24785. Don't see a diode around here. This complicates things. Okay, let's try and find the diode. So well, that ain't good. Here's a diode. Here's a short. I don't know if there's supposed to be a short there. Yeah, maybe so. Those are good, I think. Let's see. We will look at other stuff on the board. Filter has a hole? No. Somebody did something here. Somebody was here. Somebody was here. But that's not... Here's a little antenna. I wonder what that's for. And DV14 or Q, I don't know. I don't know if that's adhesive or glue. I mean adhesive or liquid of some sort. Either way, I want this gone so I can have a look. That's the water protection. Yeah, I know. I don't really care about that right now. I think pins 1 and 2 of them should be ground and pin 3 not grounded. Pin like 1. What board number is this? I have no idea. Let me get it. It's under this darn sticker. It's under here. LA, hang on. LAD993P. I'm gonna try and find a schematic for this. LAD99 3P. Alright, this drive is making me mad. It's not gonna work anyway, so just get out of here. Let's see, schematic. Yeah, no schematic. Yeah, we're not. Let's see. What's this Russian page say? Completely safe. No malware. 100% no malware. 100% no malware. Yeah, rest in peace. No, we're gonna try and fix this. But the thing is, it's like, where do you start on that? So I don't think it's one of the charge controller diodes, but I'm gonna do. I need to find the DC in fuse. I think. Okay, so here's the DC in jack, but there's no darn fuse. Seriously? All right. Plan B. Plug in the battery. Yeah, this is 7567, but Brendan, don't if you get what I mean, yeah, don't send that to my messenger if you have the schematic for 7557. Yeah, don't send that to my messenger. That would be terrible. Just gonna check around for shorts too. What do you know? Well, this ain't right, I don't think. Dead short. Twelve ohms to ground there. That doesn't sound right. But does V core have 12 ohms to ground? Because maybe that's just V core. I think here's a problem right here. This 12 ohms. Ow! I poked myself. This 12 ohms to ground right here does not seem right. And that cap, where was it? That cap don't look too hot. I mean, look at that. I don't know. Maybe that's fine. But that does not look too good to me. Okay, so there's another resistor right here that looks just like that. It's not a fuse. That's like a 0.1 or 1.0 PF capacitor. So this is something CPU. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, let's see if there's any. Okay, so here's a schematic. Let's see if there's any similarities here. So, um, so our schematic. What I want to look for is this diode that I think was knocked off here. So you see right here, where was it? Let me find it again. Yeah, see this? There was something there before. So DV14. No results found, which is sad. So DV14. There should be a diode there, but there isn't a diode there. Any IC near it? Yes, that goes like under to the CPU. Yeah, that goes to some via. Good question. Let me plug in. I don't have a charger for this darn thing. That's a problem. Nothing can be there because it's bridged. No, it's. I don't think it's bridged. Look, no. Oh yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. That was stupid. But look, something was here before. That was not. Here's what a no stuff looks like, right? That's no stuff. But this is not. Cause see how it looks like something was knocked off. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But that to me looks like no stuff. I mean, it looks like something was there at one point. All right, let's try and find our 3-volt rail regulator. Where would that be? Yeah, exactly. That solder. You can't use the Lewis repair fix. He only works on Mac. I have no idea what you're talking about. No clue. He does not work on PC. Okay, but maybe I work on PC. I'm not going about this like a Mac. Enough. Enough. Okay, let's start checking some voltages. So we'll start at battery. We have 10 volts, 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 0 volts, 0 volts, 10 volts, 10 volts, 5 volts, wait, 5 volts, so this looks like our 5 rail regulator. Okay, so here we have 5 volts. But this is probably our 3 volt. No, that's 5. Ten. 10 to the charge controller. This layout is kind of... Okay, so here's DC in, it looks like. Okay, so here's DC in. Okay, that makes sort of sense, because I thought that was over here. I guess that's not. Alright, so where is... What I want to kind of do is see this filter does not look too good. I'm going to put 20 volts here, so this is positive, that's signal, this is negative. And we're going to see what it does, and I don't think my power supply will reach anymore because I moved the office around. But let's see what it does on charger. We're going to put 20 volts here. May have to move my power supply, like I said, because I don't think it's going to reach. And no, not even close. Actually, yeah, I might. And if everything is okay here, if I have good voltages near here, then I will go with Arnold's decision and order a new chip. Because I don't really feel like programming it, and ordering one is going to be the quickest way, I think. I don't know. I'll see if there's one readily available in the US. If not, then I will order one. Oh, hang on, I have to clear my desk off because my brain is not working right now. Make BIOS spin. Yeah, but I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's a problem. If I knew how to do that, then I would probably do it. Okay, let me put... Look, people in chat, I'm sorry. Today is not my day, okay? So stop complaining about what I'm not doing, and just, if you don't want to watch, then don't watch. So I'm going to put 20 volts here to check the charge circuit, and this doesn't reach very well. Arnold, I'll look into that. I will look into that. I know you're trying to help. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I reset BIOS. I don't know how we'll do that without. But let me try this. I just want to check the charge controller circuit because I still kind of think that this may be a current sense issue here. Put some solder here. Remove BIOS battery. I think I removed the BIOS battery. Yeah, I removed the BIOS battery, but I doubt that's the issue though. This came from a repair shop too, so I'm pretty sure they would have done that before sending it here. Let's see. Ground, 18.5 volts should be enough. We get like nothing. If I plug in the battery, does it? No, it's not a prior repair attempt. It's just I don't know if it'll charge a battery without the without phone. I don't know if it'll charge a battery without the signal lines being present, but I'm gonna check here. This error's here. It's time for another cup of water. I probably should drink water. Maybe that'll make my brain work properly. Alright, so what do we have on this side? 18 volts. 18 volts. 0. 0. 0. That's weird. Alright, so the reason why it's not in view is because I have the microscope over because the darn power supply won't reach. Yeah, this, I'm starting to agree more with Arnold now. This is a BIOS issue. Another thing that I've seen cause issues like that where they spin and then stop is going to be something in the CPU circuit. So let me see if I can somehow jump the power pins on this. Let me switch views so you guys have something to watch, not just the blurry microscope view. So let me try and short the, where's the darn power plug-in? I mean, not the power, the power button. Let's see, I think that's going to show up. We'll know if we short the wrong one. So this is the back of the board. It's going to go in like this. The power button is going to go, I think, okay, that's fan. It's LED, where's power? There should be a power switch here. It's fan 2. Alright, I'm going to have to look this up. Let's desolder this DC-in connector, this DC-in wire. Come on, come up. Okay. Alright, where's the enclosure? So the power switch thing is right here. So this is going to go like this. And this will plug in. How'd making sense of your workspace go? I really like it because now it makes somewhat sense. And now when someone comes in, I'm right at the counter instead of being back there with my back turned, and that kind of was no good. So wait a second, I guess that would plug into here. Yeah, I never was happy with how this store was set up from when I moved in. And hopefully I'll be able to, hopefully the landlord won't decide that he wants me gone come August, but it'll work out. Wait a sec, maybe this does not plug in here. I'm confused. So this is the back. Power right here, power switch. The way the fan's quarter spin though, I guess it could be BIOS. I don't know though, because that sounds more like something current sensing with me. Okay, so let's plug in the battery. This is plugged in. I want to check a few things. I want to check, one, I want to see if I get a pulse on VCore. Where's the battery? Battery plug in. So here's our meter. I'm gonna hold this, stuck on the mic. No pulse yet. Fans on a PC do not spin all the time. Yes, they do during post. They almost always will spin up during post. And that's what it's not doing. No pulse on VCore. Let's see, do we get a pulse on... Here's our 3 volt rail, that's here. 3 volt rail is here. Okay, whatever this, I think this is PCH power, that pulse to 1 volt when I hit the power button before going off. So what I almost think is it's hitting an issue somewhere in the power sequence. I think that makes more sense than BIOS, honestly. I think there's an issue somewhere in the power sequence. Now here's why. I don't get a pulse on VCore. If it was a BIOS issue, you would still usually get a pulse on VCore. Let me take off heatsink to confirm this. But it's not getting a pulse on VCore. So if it's not getting a pulse on VCore, on most Intel systems, if there's an issue in the power sequence, you won't. So I think there's an issue somewhere in the power sequence. And that's what's causing our issue. And that would make sense that what the fans are doing what they're doing too. Now think of the... on MacBook boards, it's the same thing. It's very similar on most Intel powered boards. Replace the CPU. No, you replace the CPU. Then we can talk. Okay, so here's our CPU coils. I was mistaken. Okay, we have the battery plugged in. Meter. Power button. Let's see. This uses the lovely SiC series. I hate these. 0 volts. 1 volt. 1 volt. Something is up in the power sequence. That's why we don't have VCore. Because even with BIOS, like on the Lenovo I fixed, even when we had BIOS issues, we still got a pulse on VCore, and we don't have a pulse on VCore here. So I think there's something up in the power sequence somewhere. And this, what's the controller here? So what are these FETs? I'm going to unplug everything. Because now I kind of have an idea of what's going on. Or at least, not really an idea, but I'm kind of starting to figure it out a little bit. So, like I said before, most Intel systems, if you have an issue in power sequence, you won't get VCore. And even with BIOS, you will. Now, SIC 632, wait a second, what's this? SIC 632s, I have SIC 631s, and I think the 631s will work. What's the difference? Okay, so what's the difference between an SIC 631 and an SIC 632? So SIC 632. What's the amperage on these? Okay, so 19.9 volt input range. Where's amperage? Where's amperage? I mean, the 631 should be fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 631 will work just fine, but I'm not going to jump to this just yet. Let's have a look. But if these aren't even being told to switch, is this a controller? So Z5, I'd be more thinking of a controller issue than the, 1 second. No, we're not going to reflow anything. No reflowing. No reflowing. Only if we only reflow in certain occasions. But this is not an occasion that I'm going to reflow because I think there's an issue in the power sequence. Alright, so Z5038QI. Z5038QI. And what the heck is this thing? Yes, that is a buck controller. So that most likely is for our CPU. I think anyway. And I wonder if that's our issue. So I'm not sure about that. I'm honestly not sure about that. But do we have, I doubt I have one of those too. And let's see if I can even get this through Arrow. Or Mouser, or one of those places, because usually you can't. Arrow. Let's look at Arrow. So many of these laptops now use just cheap Chinese stuff that's really hard to get in the US. Or anywhere, really. And yeah, the Arrow has that, but it's not available. Yeah, so what I can do is I can replace the FETs and hope for the best, but I really doubt the FETs are gonna do it. I don't even think it's at the stage of vCore yet. I think it's like it's not even getting to the point of needing CPU vCore, and that's gonna be an absolute nightmare to solve because wait a second. This is the CPU controller, I bet. And let's see if we see anything off around here. So without a schematic and stuff, it's really pointless to do this stuff. I mean, if you're pure novice or someone, then you can fix it in 5 minutes probably. But for me, without a schematic, this is going to be really hard to solve. Because like I said before, if it was BIOS, I would get a pulse on CPU vCore. Do I have one of these? Intercell 95829A. Do I? 95829A? Let me look. I might have one of these. Let's see. I have MOSFETs. Let's see. SIC. Or what was that again? Intercell something or other. This board is... That's a TPS one. This board has another TPS one. What does this board have? Yeah, I don't have that. So that makes it a lot harder. Where's my keyboard? Let's see what we get on these coils. Let's see if we have a short. I doubt we'll have a short, but... So CPU is low resistance to ground, so we're just going to check. That's fine. That one's a little low. No, I guess that's what it's supposed to be. 0.05. This thing, what's this? That looks like a filter almost. And that is not... Let me see if I... Okay, so where does this go? So let me follow this trace. This goes over here. Ah, check this out. So this PU700, I'll look at it right now. I think, is this PU700? I'll have to look for PU700. But this goes over to our charge controller, right? So follow this line. This goes over here to this thing. Now, to me, this looks like a filter. And would this filter, look, that doesn't look like a capacitor to me. This looks like a filter. And that is blown. That looks blown, and on the meter, it's blown. What's it measuring in ohms? So 3.0 kilo ohms. If that's a filter, that's really high. Let's check for a short on each side of this, just in case. That's no good. That's good. So I think what happened, there's a short right here. I really doubt that's low resistance. That does not seem like something that would be low resistance to me. 7 ohms going to our CPU controller. That does not seem... Okay, so let's see something. I think I'm going to go buy a new meter today. But Arnold, I don't think this is going to the CPU. Maybe. So nothing here. Okay, so if I take this one off, let's see what it does. How could you tell that it's bad? Just by looking at it? Yeah, it looks a little bit off. I could be wrong, but to me that looks off. No, maybe that is right. I don't know, honestly. Because this does not seem... I honestly, like I said, I'm not sure. I still think there's an issue in the power sequence. BIOS is worth a shot, so I may try BIOS. But I kind of doubt... And what was the other one? You said PU700. I'm going to check that once I solder this thing back on. So PU700, let me find that. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, PU 700. Let's find PU 700. Let's look. PU 300, PU 500. PU 600. UL1. PU 700 right here. It's worth a shot. I mean, let's check something. Pure novice here. No short. That's good. Oh, do we have a short here? Dead short. We're looking at a dead CPU. I'm not sure, Pure Nav. It turns on for a second while the lights come on. Sometimes we get a little quarter fan spin. We have no pulse on VCore. And these caps, I don't know if these should be. To me, that seems a little low. But I don't know. That could be going to the CPU. I don't know. Let's see. Let's look up what this chip is and does. Nice. No data sheets. And does Arrow have that? No. That sounds like something for the CPU too. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my multimeter lead and I'm gonna just put a little bit of power on that and see if anything obviously gets hot, like less than a volt, and we'll go from there. Okay, power supply on. We're gonna go half of a volt. We're gonna see what it pulls. Nothing crazy. Yeah, there's no short there, I don't think. Let's just try a little alcohol. Can't tell if it's evaporating because it's just drying or what. I'm gonna go up to 1 volt. 1 volt is very safe, even if it's a low resistance, even if it's a low, really low voltage line. Let's pour a little bit more alcohol on here. Okay, now we're pulling pretty good amperage. That's interesting. So the chip is the first thing to, but that's not even remotely hot. Yeah, our CPU, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I can't tell. 1 second, I have to reply to a message. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, that I don't know on this board. Honestly, this seems a little too rabbit hole-ish. Um, yeah, with this board, I don't know. I'm honestly think I'm just wasting my time on it because I think I don't. The fact that I'm getting no pulse, it means there's an issue in the power sequence. But the thing is where do you go on this? If you have no schematic, if you have no board view, there's really not. There's really not much you can do. We have 3.3 and 5-volt rail, so we know it's not that. I guess just probe around for shorts. Yeah, I think 631 should work even though, but I'm not. I don't think I want to do it. I think I'm just about ready to throw in the towel on this board because this is a waste of time, I think. And I'm probably not going to get paid for it, so that's what I did, Piranov. I measured we have everything we should except for VCore when it pulses. So that's what's the really confusing part. And the fact that the fan spins too. Yeah, this board is confusing. VCC, let me check, Piranov. 1 second. What's this junk? I guess that was my flux a minute ago. So VCC SA should be the small coil if I remember correctly. Let's get the top case of this. Um, Charles, there's no reseating the CPU. It's a soldered on one. So let's see. We're gonna check VCCA voltage. Switch back to the other view. Battery. Where's battery? Battery's here. Yeah, it would be a dream to have a removable CPU. Okay, so ground. I want to check. I don't think putting DDR in the slot's gonna help affect it at all. Okay, 1 volt here. One volt. No VCCSA. Wait, yes, we do get a pulse on VCCSA. A very brief pulse, but let's see. Nothing on any of the V-core coils though. So this more leads me to think, wait, do we? Was that a little pulse I saw? Okay, so we get a very, very, very tenth of a volt pulse on V-core phase 1. So that tells me, that makes me think more CPU circuit than anything. This isn't RAM. Trust me, this is not RAM. So I think there's an issue in the CPU circuit. That's what I think here, because we do get a pulse on VCCA, and that goes up to about a volt. But V-core goes up to, yeah, about 0.2 of a volt. Piranov says BIOS. Okay. Let me see. What training do you need to be able to repair something like this? Well, I sure haven't had any training, and that's probably why I suck at this, because I'd have no training. No, you do not need training for this. Trust me, you do not need training for this. Let's see if we could find a BIOS chip for this that's local that I could get here in a couple days, that I could save time on ordering. Let me see. Is that right? Yeah. And there's nothing available for this. Alright, so that means I will have to figure out how to program it. And that's something I'm clueless about, so I'll have to get help from Arnold, because I don't know. Get flash from CH. Yeah, but see, I don't have any clue of how to do that. Trust me, I have no idea how to do anything with the BIOS. Yeah, but what do you... Hang on. Let's see. I have the program, but what do you mean run? I don't understand how to do that. Isn't there software for that reader? Okay, let's try and figure this out. I tried to mess with that and I couldn't. Let me grab it. Where is that thing? I think it's over here. Yeah, here's the programmer. I think this is the right one. Yeah. It's actually a chip on here. I tried to mess with this, but I just never figured it out. I don't know. Okay, hang on. You guys in chat are confusing me. I have no... Let me see. Hang on. You have a copy sent to you by TWC of the BIOS. Okay, yeah, I have that. But what I don't understand is when you plug this in the computer, it does nothing. Where did I put the programmer? This does nothing. What do I need to make this work on the computer? Because I tried this a while ago, And that is why I couldn't figure it out, because the software that it came with was junk. Um, where's my live chat window? You have to run the flash ROM software. Yeah, but that's the problem, is where do I get the flash ROM software? But let me unsolder this BIOS chip. That was the problem. The software it comes with is problematic, but yeah, but where do I get the right software for it? That's what I don't understand. I'll check right now, Piranov. If I think on this one it is 1.8 volts. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, BIOS. No, it's 3 volts. It's 3 point. May I ask the Inspire one? It's a 3. I don't know, honestly. It's up there in chat. It's a 7 something. 7. I don't know. 7567. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna look into getting a programmer, a better one than the one I have, I think. And yeah, like I said, I'm not. Today is not my day. I don't feel like working. I feel. Yeah, I just don't feel like going through this right now. So I will try and screw with the BIOS when I'm in a. Okay, so FlashCat. Let me look at that. Yeah, that's $30. I'll probably grab one of those. As long as um second. Yeah, I'll probably get Arnold, I still don't understand what you mean flashrom.zip. I don't understand. If I plug this into the computer, nothing. No, I don't under. I know there's a software that goes to it, and that's the. I don't under. That's the problem of using that, is I don't know what the software it takes is, and that's the issue I've had with that. So I'm just gonna grab another one. I'm gonna grab the one that this whatever FlashCat, whatever the thing is, and I'll probably use that. But this, I really don't want to work on this board right now, so I'm probably going to head out for the day. Not head out, but go take lunch since it's 2 o'clock, and drop stuff on FedEx. And hopefully when I get back, I will be in more of a fix-worthy mood, because right now I am not. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I still don't think the way it pulses like that. I honestly don't know. It's really strange. But thank you guys for watching. This was a fairly lousy stream, but it is what it is. I wasted, how many hours did I spend on this board? An hour 30 minutes. And yeah, I wasted an hour on this board that doesn't work. But yeah, that happens sometimes. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next